What if one of humanity's greatest secrets is hidden beneath the sands of Egypt? For centuries, explorers, archaeologists, and treasure hunters have searched for the answer to a single question. What lies beneath the Great Sphinx? A lost library, a hidden chamber, ancient knowledge buried for thousands of years. Some believe it could contain secrets capable of rewriting history itself. Others say it's nothing more than a myth. But what if they're wrong? What if one of the world's greatest mysteries is still waiting to be discovered? To understand the story, we need to travel thousands of years into the past. Today, the Great Sphinx stands silently on the Giza Plateau, watched by millions of visitors every year. But it wasn't always surrounded by tourists and cameras. At the height of ancient Egypt's power, this region was the center of one of the greatest civilizations the world had ever seen. Vast cities lined the Nile. Monumental temples rose toward the sky. Merchant ships carried goods across distant lands, and thousands of workers helped create structures so enormous that they continue to amaze us even today. Among them stood the Great Sphinx. Officially, historians believe the monument was built around 4,500 years ago, during the reign of Pharaoh Khafre. But not everyone agrees. Some researchers point to unusual erosion patterns found on the Sphinx itself. They argue that parts of the monument appear to have been shaped by heavy rainfall rather than wind and sand. If they're right, the Sphinx could be far older than we think. And if the Sphinx is older, who built it? And what else might be hidden beneath it? This is where one of Egypt's most enduring mysteries begins. Stories about hidden chambers beneath the Sphinx have circulated for generations. According to one of the most famous theories, a secret room lies somewhere below the monument. Many refer to it as the Hall of Records, a legendary archive said to contain ancient texts, maps, and knowledge from a civilization that may have existed long before the Egyptians we know today. It sounds like the plot of an adventure movie. But here's the surprising part. Researchers have actually spent decades searching for evidence of such a place. So where did this story come from? Why do so many people believe that something extraordinary may be hidden beneath the Sphinx? The idea of a hidden archive didn't appear overnight. For decades, writers, researchers, and explorers have speculated that ancient civilizations may have left behind secret repositories of knowledge. Stories about lost wisdom can be found all over the world. Hidden libraries, forbidden texts, records of forgotten ages, and few places seem more fitting for such a legend than the Great Sphinx itself. After all, if any monument on Earth appears capable of hiding a secret, it might be this one. Silent, ancient, and still surrounded by unanswered questions. One of the most influential figures connected to the mystery was Edgar Cayce. In the early 20th century, Cayce claimed that a hidden chamber existed somewhere beneath the Sphinx. According to his predictions, the chamber contained records from a lost civilization that existed thousands of years before ancient Egypt. He described it as a repository of knowledge preserved for the future, a place where the history of humanity had been hidden away. His claims were never supported by scientific evidence, yet they captured the imagination of millions. And over time, the idea became one of the most famous theories ever associated with the Great Sphinx. Even today, many people believe that Cayce may have been describing something real, something that has simply not been found yet. Over the past several decades, multiple investigations have been carried out beneath and around the Sphinx. Scientists used a variety of techniques to explore the ancient bedrock hidden below the monument. Ground-penetrating radar, seismic surveys, geological analysis. Some surveys did reveal unusual underground features and possible empty spaces. But a void is not the same thing as a lost library. Natural cavities can form in limestone over thousands of years. And this is where the debate becomes complicated. Supporters of the Hall of Records theory argue that these anomalies may be part of a much larger, hidden complex buried beneath the Giza Plateau. Some researchers have even suggested the existence of underground passages and interconnected chambers. It's an extraordinary idea. But there is one major problem. Despite decades of investigation, no archaeological team has ever presented conclusive evidence proving that the Hall of Records exists. No lost archive, no hidden collection of ancient books, no discovery capable of rewriting human history. At least, not officially. And that raises another fascinating question. If the Hall of Records really exists, what would be inside? Supporters of the theory imagine vast chambers filled with ancient scrolls, maps, and artifacts. Some believe they could contain lost chapters of human history. Others speculate about forgotten technologies, vanished civilizations, or knowledge that disappeared thousands of years ago. Of course, there is no evidence that any of these things actually exist. But perhaps that is exactly why the mystery remains so powerful. The less we know, the more room there is for imagination. And few mysteries have inspired more imagination than the possibility of a hidden archive beneath the Great Sphinx. That is exactly why the mystery refuses to die. On one side are those who believe the Hall of Records is nothing more than a modern legend. They argue that there is simply no evidence to support its existence. On the other side are those convinced that unexplored areas still remain beneath the sands of Egypt, and that the most important discoveries may still lie ahead. What's fascinating is that nearly every great civilization has left behind stories of lost knowledge, secret archives, forbidden books, hidden chambers containing the wisdom of the past. Perhaps the Hall of Records is simply another version of the same ancient dream. Or perhaps every great discovery sounds impossible until someone finds proof. Today, the Great Sphinx still watches over the desert, just as it has for thousands of years. It has outlived pharaohs, empires, wars, and countless generations of explorers. Yet one question remains unanswered. What lies beneath it? Maybe nothing. Or maybe beneath the sands of Egypt, one of humanity's greatest mysteries is still waiting to be uncovered. And if that's true, the most important archaeological discovery in history may not belong to the past. It may still be waiting for us in the future.